was looking for the good in a fire that burned my house down. Was a light that led the way from my cold and lonely hometown. But now I'm growing up, I see anew by starlight. The monster in the embers will not be stopped by night. So I turn to lonely flight. By the light on my bridge is burning, I will cast aside my name. There's nothing left to hold me here in the last kingdom of my shame. And though I hear your chanting of die, 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 I will be your son no more. You don't deserve to have me try. Is knives in the land where empire started, in the graveyard of the future, where the island soul departed, and your father told you lies about where to find your heartbeat. So you play the game of progress, where there's only win or cheat. I'll embrace my first defeat. By the light of my bridge is burning, I will cast aside my name. There's nothing left to hold me here in the last kingdom of my shame. And though I hear your chanting of die, 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 I will be your son no more. You don't deserve to have me try. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Last time out, we qualified for the big race. I hit the wrong fucking button. I keep doing that. Because it doesn't... how do I restart? Give me a moment. Qualified for the big race. And then I went back off stream and replayed the same content with a guide to make sure I got all the really good parts that it mentioned from day 6. And now my car is ridiculous. Like, absurd. Maybe undrivable. Which is going to make some of the subsequent events fun, although I don't really know what I'm doing from this point on. I haven't played past this point at all, except the little bit we saw at the end of the last stream. In which a piece of tragic news was broken. So this is the evil HQ. I don't know if the text in that projection was English in the original game, but it's really impressive if this is, like, something that the fan sub has managed to put in there. Our new prospect has been performing as we expected. That project is well on track. We are anticipating even greater results before the finals. The potential in him is truly limitless. Most excellent. Walk cycles. And hair. That's the upside of starting them young. They have so much room to grow, yeah? Yeah, I think they might be supposed to be German, which is an interesting choice for a game that is very, very politically sensitive to the conditions of the time it's about. Hydration check. That's the Yokohama GP qualifier in the bag. A tiny fragment of the dream fought over during a festival of wonder and riches. I did not drive the course that well. The crowds have already shuffled out and the city has started reclaiming its streets. The pit stops and stands are being torn down as this magical moment fades away. Isn't the race in like 6 days? The rest of the team is out planning a victory party. They'll give me a ring as soon as it's ready. But I'm not ready to leave. I mean, if they're dismantling the track, you definitely shouldn't still be driving on it. I didn't feel like celebrating. These streets still bear the scars of our battle. But every drift, skid, and overtake is etched into them. Tomorrow these streets will return to the public, and these records will be lost. They are our legends, written in a language that only racers can recognize. Our very existence. The black brushstrokes that outline our victory. In the aftermath of hard-won triumph, I wanted to spend just a moment longer with them. I wasn't ready to let the moment pass. But there was one more reason I wanted to linger here. I thought maybe I'd spot Kyoji hanging around after the crowds had thinned out. It was a long shot, but hey. Eat. Hey, speak up. What's the matter? Saving your voice for the victory party? Eat. It's... What, there's no party? Don't worry about it. I didn't want one anyways. It's Kyoji. They found his 7 in the ocean. Kyoji is dead. Yuka's voice continued to come through the phone, but I couldn't process any more of her words. My mind was already spinning out of control. I wonder if we're going to get in trouble because they think we killed him. Was he struck by another car? Could it have been suicide? His car had driven straight into the ocean. Driver error at high speed? He was killed instantly by an impact to the head. I couldn't make sense of it. There's no way Kyoji would have killed himself. That's actually a pretty good way of representing like a panic attack. Kyoji's 7 had ploughed through a fence in the off-limits area of Bay Lagoon and fell straight into the sea. There were no signs he even tried to brake. What was pulled out of the water was the distorted 7 that Kyoji drove the night before. Bathed in the glow of sunset, I could see what an unsightly machine it had become. Drops of seawater spilled from its strange curves like tears. That's all I could see them as. There were so many unanswered questions surrounding his death. Suspicions began to well up from my gut. It wasn't just that Kyoji had died, but there was some inexplicable part of me that knew this would happen. Ever since our strange meeting last night, or even earlier when I started to notice it, I had this feeling that we would lose him. Watching it come true made me sick to my stomach. I couldn't take it anymore and puked where I stood. I wanted to purge every feeling from my body. Some fucking victory party that was. Hydration check. I love how seriously this game is taking grief. I really hope they're not going to ruin it. That same night, Makoto drew his last breath in his hospital bed. Jesus. A suffocating blanket of rain clouds covered the sky, and a deep, heavy rain began to fall. Grief, anguish, shock, anger. Then fucking eat something, doll. It all churned and bubbled within us. We stood in the downpour and cursed at the sky, utterly lost. Our road had been paved with death. How could we bear to continue on it? So there's a little bit, several cutscenes will play in sequence, this. Oh wow, that's just straight cutscenes between 2 save points. It really is. Several cutscenes will play in sequence. Seventh night, deep rain. Lightning strikes and everything. Oh, this is Kyoji's garage. Several save points will play in sequence. Bleak. For hours we sat in silence. The only noise to fill the void was the drumming sound of rain. Guys, it's not all bad news. Take a look at this. The Yokohama GP qualifier results are in. Icky, check it out. It's got your name in huge letters. Eid's in here too. See? Right in the middle. This promising young finalist is said to be a star. Huh? Wait a sec. That article in the corner. Is this about Kyoji's crash? I can't read that. What does it say? That first character on the here, that might be Death. Death in a Drive. But I can't read those at all. A shocking rise in driving fatalities. Are extreme tune-ups to blame? This is so wrong. I can't read this. Let's get rid of it. Hang on. This story here. 10 years... That's 10 years ago. This might be talking about Kyoji's brother then. The decade-old nightmare. The curse of Yokohama's fastest legend. She's too smiley. "10 years ago, there was a series of street racing accidents. Do you think there could be some connection? It happens, you know. Sightings of ghosts out on the roads and psychic experiences. Kyoji spoke to me the night before. He said he could hear a voice. He said there was no escape from it, and that it would come for me too. I couldn't understand what he meant at all." Whoa! Whoa! What a fucking transition. Holy shit. Enough of this goddamn fantasy crap. That stupid legend and Kyoji's accident have squat to do with each other. The only thing we truly know is he'll never race again. We've lost him. I think the ghost might have a next victim. Hydration check. Oh. Who the fuck is this? Oh, he doesn't look... Oh, is that the... Racing Team Drift Dangers. Genji Kato. Despite being uninvited, this guy showed up in the pouring rain. He didn't seem to care that we were busy. On a night of heavy rain from North Yokohama's third Keihin Highway, the Black Demon appeared. What's his problem anyway? He said that his name came from his jet black SW2000G, a street racer hailing from the Hakone Drift Dancers. A challenger from outside our territory. Street racers are supposed to accept any challenge that gets flung their way. But Icky turned cold and said he wouldn't go out there. Are we going to race in the rain? Maybe he didn't want to race on the rain-slicked highway. But still, it was so unlike him. Hey Lexi, thanks for coming by. I hope you're not having too bad internet trouble. It's not like him to snap at us either. Kyoji's death is really messing with his head. Well, if Icky won't race, I'll do it. Black Demon of the 3rd Keihin. Or anyone else looking for a challenge. Oh, rip. Hope it stabilizes. I'm ready. I'll cut through this rain like a knife and race into the night. Maybe I'm the one going a bit crazy. Are we actually going to do a rain race? That's going to be interesting in this car with this much horsepower. The Black Demon has called me out for a duel in the 3rd Keihin. Anywhere I should head to before the battle? I mean, we've already had 2 local boy fucking dies in the last 15 minutes. So that's fun. Anyway, there's probably a bunch of stuff that I should be doing, but I'm just going to focus on plots because I should be able to blitz plot with this car. Demon's coming out for duel in the 3rd Keihin. I might regret this. The rain pounds at my windshield. My wipers are losing the fight against the downpour. I can hardly see the road in front of me. Oh, this could be grim actually. Umbrellas everywhere you look, and there he was, waiting for me in North Yokohama. The Black Demon. Ready to feed on tonight's prey. Well, let's fucking go. Here's where he turns out to have, like... Oh no, his car. So yeah, I have 670 horse... You remember how at the start of last stream I was like, I have a lot of power, it's like nearly 500 horsepower... And now I have 670 horsepower. And also my car's weight has dropped substantially somehow. Oh, and this is a highway, so it's mostly like long, fast corners. I can do those. I think. Yeah, this is this is the kind of racetrack I like. Whoops. I do unironically prefer longer, slower longer, like high speed, high turning load corners. But something a little tighter than this would be nice. Also, it's very hard to like read the course ahead when the draw distance is so short. Also, if my car is making weird noises, that's because there are 5 turbos and a supercharger strapped to this engine. What do we got? I don't need the engine. I don't need the muffler. Are those better brakes? No. I probably don't want those. Or those. I might just steal this sticker for now. I have most of the other stuff. But yeah, let's just go and speed down a fucking highway in driving rain at... I don't want to think about what speed I was going. Too fucking fast. And yeah, my car is very silly. I have more turbos to stick on it as well when I unlock the next engine slot. You ain't so tough. Are you really the Black Demon of the Third Kahan? Haha. Must feel nice and easy driving on a straight road. Any idiot can race in the Kanto region. You hardly need to steer. And a sore loser too. Maybe you're more of an imp than a demon. A real comedian, this guy. I'm Genji Kato of the Hakone Drift Dancers. We have a message for you, Ikki. You've got the wrong guy. Now buzz off. I don't care who you are. Let him know that Miharu is waiting for him in Hakone. Ikki'll know what it means. Fucking animation on his mouth. Ikki's a loser, but he can't run and hide like a coward any longer. Wow. Maybe I should have given him Nya speak. That would have been funny. If he comes back, remind me that he gets Nyaz. Those are the words I was left with from the Drift Dancers. The world of street racing is ruthless. Lose even once and it can stick forever. Ikki told me that once. I don't know why Ikki refused to race with that guy from Hakone, but I felt like it was all connected. In some sinister way. Who was it that defeated Ikki in Hakone? I can hardly comprehend anyone being faster than him. There are guys out there fast enough to strike fear into Ikki's heart. Shit, things were getting serious again. I was struggling to fight off the suspicions that were growing within me. I need to block it out. Trust in Ikki. I could feel Kyoji and Makoto carrying on within me. I couldn't hear their voices, but it was like they were still here. Together. Racing by my side. I knew it deep inside. I'm going to confront Ikki at his apartment later. If he didn't have the answers I wanted, we would be through. The fuck, dude? The rain was coming down hard as I sped through the billow. I had a strange feeling. Something new had been born. In this bleary rain. Ah, his heart is full of something thick and uninviting. That's a joke for Doll. Holy shit, are you fucking kidding me, Lexi? So, you have some questions for me, huh? Yeah. Oh, the show said something to the effect of I had the feeling that something new had been born. So I quipped a line from was it Listen to the Sand? Who is Miharu? What happened in Hakone? And what gave me that fear? Have I been living in fear? I guess you could say that. Ikki, you can't just tell us that. You're our leader. You need to be different from us. Stronger. You showed us that there was a path to the world that lies beyond speed. You shared that dream with us. And now you're telling us you're afraid? Do you know how how that makes the rest of us feel? The world beyond speed. There are some people in the street racing world that have crossed a certain line. And that line is the fear of death. If there was something that made us human, that fear would be it. False! But those people who race without the fear of death in their heart, they could hardly be called human. I've raced against someone like that. It was like being dragged into a world of darkness beyond the human limit. On the winding roads of Mount Hakone, there was a demon who lacked that fear. A demon on Mount Hakone? Miharu Koguchi, a street racer who carries the title the Emperor of Hakone Pass. The only man who ever defeated me. Our race was 2 years ago. Apologies for the honking. Doing some of these voices puts a lot of pressure on my nose. And also I stirred up a bunch of dust today reorganizing my desk. It was me and Miharu fighting over the title of Emperor. A race with incredible stakes. Is it going to show us race action? Go on, show us race action, not just a render. Also, I burned my wrist a couple of days ago getting something out of the oven. And it's one of those burns that, like, it doesn't hurt for the first couple of days. And now it's started to get really... Because I prevaricate over all my best ideas until they're bad ideas, Lexi, that's why. Tell me, what would you do if you were tandem drifting and your partner couldn't keep up? Street racing ain't for hugs and happy feelings. I'd leave him behind. Any jackass who slows me down or gets in my way, they don't deserve to race on the same road as me. But if you break formation, you'd still try to break away from them? You heard right. And if I ever slowed you down, you have my permission to do the same. You put your lap times above the safety of your friends? Lap times? Kids, racing isn't about filling in some number on some chart. This is street racing we're talking about. These roads exist for one reason, to stretch on and let me race forever. Faster, stronger, further. I reach any height as well. We don't race just because these roads are here. We race because we exist. I'm going to reach heights that no man has ever reached. The only competition a street racer has is with himself. We were so caught up in our race that we didn't see the oncoming elephant. I race, therefore I am, Descartes. Fucking hell, doll. You can't do this to me on stream. It's like he was the only car on the road. After that race, Miharu was crowned the Emperor of Hakone. And after that, I left Hakone for good. Hydration check. Anyway, since you mentioned... Honk! Satisfied now? Don't worry too hard about it, Eat. We're heading to Hakone tomorrow. I've already told Kenzo and Yuka. I'm not running away anymore. Miharu and I are having another race. One more thing. Hakone was home to my mentor who taught me how to street race. He's raced for 10 years and taught me about the fastest legend. If you wanted to learn more about it, he might help you. This trip might be a refreshing change of pace. It will take time to heal the pain of losing Kyoji and Makoto. And you'll need to learn how to take on fearless racers like Miharu. Don't forget it. You too have it. What takes what it. You too have what it takes to cross the boundaries of speed. I can't read this evening, apparently. That really was like 30 minutes of game, almost, with one race and no actual like roaming gameplay at all. I hope I didn't need to steal something from that guy. Because it's gone for good now. Eighth Night, the undefeated. Okay. Let's go and pick some fight. I wonder if the undefeated has a car with more than 670 horsepower. Like, I don't want to be suggesting that horsepower wins all, but... Oh, wow. Hakone. A web of mountain passes inhabited by demons. Ikki feared one such demon so much that he had never dared to battle him again. Miharu Koguchi of the Drift Dancers, the Emperor of Hakone. And yet... I can't say I'm convinced. Something doesn't add up. Does Ikki have another reason to fear this place? That forest effect is quite uncomfortable to look at, but I am looking forward to racing this course. We were brought here by some power, like puppets on strings. A power neither good nor evil. A power we can't escape. It's there, lurking deep within these mountains. When the demon's true form is revealed, perhaps the truth will follow. I have arrived at Hakone. I came all the way from Yokohama? That's a long haul, son. The street races holy grounds, aka the Hashiria's holy place. Hashiria is just another name for a street racer. Hashiria, what's the kanji there? Like Hashiria is going to be to run, I guess, or to rush. I thought Ya was like store. I'm meeting some people there. Where can I find it? This your first time in Hakone? Allow me to explain the roads, plain and simple, like. There's 3 main roads here. If you take a left past this toll gate, you'll be on the Hakone Turnpike. It's a nice mix of corners and straights, good for mountain pass beginners. If you go right from here, and then take another right at the stoplight, you'll be on Route 1. That road's nothing but tight corners. Don't take it on unless you've got the drift skills. And if you head right but go left at the stoplight. Ah, okay, dealer seller. Right, that makes sense. If you head right but go left at the stoplight, you'll be on the Hakone New Pass. Racing's not allowed there, so if you need a break or you're in a rush, take that road. Now for the holy grounds. Head down the Hakone Turnpike and go left at the first light. That's the Drift Dancers turf. You best be careful going out that way, son. Whew, well that about covers it. Remember safe road etiquette. Sharing is caring, yes sirree. Right then. Let's do some races. I'm guessing that's the actual race spot. Yeah, the AI cars here are definitely more powerful than they were back in Yokohama. At least this way I can scout the courses a bit. Jesus Christ, I'm already doing 200 kilometers an hour. What the fuck? Oh. Does make it easy to power over, though. That's fun. I can't take my eyes off the road long enough to look at the map to see what the next corner is, and I don't have a nav installed. Where are we going? We're going this way. Okay. Oh, this course is nice, though. Ugh. Did I ever not believe in Initial D? I still haven't got around to watching any of it. What have we got? Ooh, that might be new suspension. I was drifting. Actually, that course doesn't need a lot of drifting. There are only a couple of corners there where drifting would be absolutely necessary. Way, I've got even better suspension. Sadly, I had to take Boy's Sus off my car. The best named part. Make sure I can see ABS. Oh. Drifting's mostly for tight corners. Like, we'll get to places where I need to drift. The Grand Prix circuit, I think, has some really intense drifting. There's a drift. Not a particularly showy one, because I don't need to do showy ones. And if I try to do showy ones, I'll hit walls. There's a drift. I like how wide this track is, actually. That's really good. Whoops. There we go. Whee! Ah. Also, the elevation changes on this course are great. Even if they do mean it's even harder to see where the course goes. Hydration check. In here. Oh, that might be worth grabbing. Ooh. I already have that. Might need that at some point. Those wheels would just be... Fuck you, Lexi. Don't get anything there. Music continues to be jamming. I'm just bullying the first cars I see every time. Bogwater. I mean, you actually should do that, Lex. That would be a good wheeze. There's some drifting. I should have kept the power on there. Okay, that... My bumper was definitely glitching through the crash barrier there. I'm currently assuming that Doll is saving up for the Kierkegaard redeem, which is keeping their power in check for me. But we'll find out, I'm sure. God, this course is fun. I like this course. Oh, this is the same car. Do you indeed, Doll? See, the problem is I don't know exactly which streams of mine lately you've been at, so I don't have a good way of estimating how many points you're on. But I'm sure we'll find out. Oops. Am I still on the Hakone Turnpike? I might not be. This might be a different course. Oh, it is Turnpike. Cool. God damn it. Oh, shit. I would be dead. If I did that in real life, I would be extremely fucking dead. There's a drift. There's another one. That wasn't drift, that was understeer. I am still workshopping my challenge idea. But I've nearly got the points for it, so God, these last few corners with the downhill are so good! You can challenge people to things in games that you haven't done yourself. These tires. Ooh! 3 and 3, huh? What's my current tires? I think my current tires are 4 and 2. God, that was a lot of JRPGs. Trying to imagine how much, like, I've said this before on stream, but trying to imagine how much this game would have melted my brain If it had been available during DGC. Oh my god, I can't even see where the track goes. It has indeed nearly melted my brain regardless. I feel so blessed to live in a time where this is available. And I can play it. Let's see how hard Route 1 is. This one I'm going to have to do some drifting on. Lexi found a really cool video the other day about like the history of drift racing in Japan. Oops. Oops, a daisy. First challenge of drifting, get your speed up high enough to actually throw the traction off. Nope, that corner possibly didn't need the drift until, like, there. This one does. Wait, is Super Paper Mario on your list, Lex? That's a mistake. Oops. Where's this fucking hairpin I'm apparently reaching? There. Is where. Ugh. Well, that didn't cover me in glory, but... Oh man, the original Paper Mario. I mean, the original Paper Mario is fine. It's just TTYD with... Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I know how to do hairpins when drifting in a drift race. But it's... Things I can't do are hairpins when grip racing and mid-speed corners when drifting. Because, like, with a hairpin when you're drifting, you just hit the handbrake and you hold on to things. You hold on to the slide until you're going in the right direction. What is going on with these two? Oh. Stop harassing Kenzo. Let's see how this goes. Wait a second, this is a straight line. Is this the course I was just on? It did end in a straight bit, I guess. Oh yeah, this is the course. Bye, guys. Oh, Jesus. Whoops. I already can't remember where any of these corners go, and I keep reading them wrong. Oops. Too much cornering. Nope. Holy shit, I actually got around that corner. What the fuck? Ow. No, probably didn't need that one. And then there's the hairpin here. Okay, I will admit that yes, when you do it right, drifting feels good. Even though it's wrong, and you can go faster if you don't drift. Probably in these cars, on some of these corners, you couldn't, but it's the principle of the thing. Oh, I already have that decal. I don't need any of his stuff. I mean, it's more you can go faster with theoretical hardware. Whether drifting is appropriate for a corner is as much a function... Whoa, turn around, please. Is as much a function of the properties of your vehicle as anything else. Is he still bullying Kenzo? In that case, I'll leave him alone. What's this? Ah, that's the save point. Cool. Let's go and see about moving the plot along. No. It's up here anyway. Oh. Huh. You the Yokohama BLR guy here to tango with the drift dancers? This spot's called Before Dawn Pass. That's because our team is made up of unknown racers. But a day will come when they'll be calling this place the Holy Grounds. The Holy Grounds is wherever the fastest team calls home. Oh, excuse me. If we're the top team, then this'll be the Holy Grounds. So until that day comes, we'll be here refining our skills. When did the drift dancers take the throne? Must be about 10 years ago now. A guy named Manabu Oda returned from Yokohama and created the drift dancers. Hakone Oda is still a legend around here. But he retired about 2 years ago. Ah, so that's Ikki's mentor, and he retired about the same time as Ikki was losing to this other guy. I've already forgotten what voice I was doing for him. The leaders of each time in Hakone joined to form the Drift Dancers. They're the fastest team, period. But what the hell's the point in that? One day we'll rise up. Come dawn, that glorious time will climb over these mountains, and in that morning star there will be Booyah! Word, we've been getting racing lessons from the Drift Dancers vice captain, Ryo Yamazaki. But someday we'll be the one showing him how it's going. Drop by around midnight if you want to get in on some unofficial races. Ah, right. Up here, Hashiria's Holy Road. Heaven's Hill. Heaven's Hill. Home to an idiotic superstition. Couples who watch the stars here are guaranteed to form a cosmic bond. And that nonsense is why a car is parked over there. But I'm not an asshole. I'll leave them alone. Okay. Presumably we're going to end up there with Yuka at some point. The street race is holy grounds. A promised land revered by the racers who prowl the pass. Only the fastest team has the right to call their turf the holy grounds. Now it's here, the Drift Dancers' home base, bears that sacred moniker. As we wait anxiously to do battle, our idling engines echo in the still of the night. Oh, why am I so yawny all of a sudden? I guess I'll rise to battle. This is my first duel with the Drift Dancers. I'm not about to turn back now. That's the second time I've seen this game use the word cruising. It's been 2 whole years. Wait. You've lost me, doll. I might have already forgotten whatever I said that was relevant to. Oh. That's a reference that I don't get. Except, like, very, very vaguely. All these deep voices are starting to hurt my throat. You look well. Spare me the small talk. You haven't changed a bit, Miharu. We've had unfinished business for 2 years. Have you figured it out yet? Street racing is so much more than lap times and records. These roads exist for one reason, to stretch on and let me race forever. Faster, stronger, further. I'll reach any height as long as this fire burns within me. The only competition a street racer has is with himself. I know this guy's supposed to be sinister and all, but I kind of respect his attitude. These mountain roads are begging to be raced on. How about a team battle to warm up? Let's see what your little ragtag team can do. Since when do you race with a team? The team is just for show. They let people know that I'm the fastest beast in Hakone. Know what I'm saying? Cocky as ever. The team battle will be raced on the holy road. Why would you ever go uphill on a mountain course? That's not the fun thing to do. Then you and I will have our time and battle downhill. Practice however you like in the meantime. Don't come crying later that you didn't learn the course. This guy's going to kill Icky, presumably. I'm just going to practice the uphill because I've not done that yet. Let's race a random spectator. Of these, only Icky has a car that's even vaguely got performance like mine. And even then, I have half his PWR. Whoops. Got that entry very wrong. Oh. I think I'm being too timid when I actually get the entrances right. I'm coming too much off the power. There we go. Sometimes I need to go on the handbrake twice in a corner. I probably wouldn't if the nature of the game wasn't such that I couldn't actually see like effectively out of the sides of the car. It's the eternal problem of racing games that you play on a screen. You just don't have the peripheral vision. I'm going to stop saving from now on because I know that I'll have missed things that the guide wants me to do. So I'm just going to rely on save states. This is going to be chaos, though, with 4 or 6 cars on here. Because I might be functionally able to drift now, but I certainly can't drift in formation. That is a thing that is still, even at fairly low speeds, terrifying to watch. Oh my god, are they starting me at the back of the field? Bastards! Out the way. There's another one where I needed double tap. Oh. Nope. Okay, come on. Come on. There we go. Nope. Too much cornering. I'll take it. Actually wasn't as fast up that time as the last time, I guess, because I got a little bit tangled up with the blue car. But you can really see just how ridiculously overpowered my car is by the way I got off the line there. God, this game is goofy. That drift almost looked good until the end. Whee! That one did look good. Again, until the end. It's all about commitment. Not that kind of commitment. Basically, that was a cool drift. That one looked actually good. Especially with the corner exit into the slope. With the, with the rise of the road picking up some of the grip. I fucking love corners like that. Anytime you can turn in and let the road itself catch you on the way out. That wasn't half bad. Kept your skills sharp, haven't you? I know you won't go all out unless it's a time and race. The real battle begins now. A downhill time and battle. Just like that time. Without any oncoming cars to spoil our fun this time. It's been long enough. Let's settle it. Miru, hold up. Why do you get to have all the fun? This dude and I should have a race. You can join me for a dance, won't you? There's always a show before the main event. You're on. I felt like there had to be something like that coming. It feels like every time I'm just the opening act. Warming up the road before Icky steps onto it. Okay, but we scorched him in the last race. For the first time. I felt like I'd had enough of playing second fiddle. There was a new feeling welling up from within me. Shit's getting serious again. I was supposed to be worried about Icky and his history here. But that worry has vanished. Along with the old me. The fucking character model literally vanishing as he talks about the old him vanishing. Maybe this is the power that Mount Hakone holds. The power to turn men into demons of the road. Let's go. Oh, shit. Whoops. It's really hard to actually turn around if you end up facing the wrong way in this game. I don't know if I can recover this. Maybe I can. Maybe it's fine. Whoa, Jesus! I was getting away with murder on the uphill course because the power on zones are uphill, so you get extra grip from the movement of the car. Not so much here. Ow! That's a wall. Actually, that was a fence, but same effect. Well, hey! Congratulations on your turnip stonks. Hydration check. That should be enough to warm up the road. It's already time for me to exit the stage. Oh my god, look at this replay! It's fucking pinball! The focus had already turned to the two cars lined up at the finish line. The main event was starting. And once again I had to sit it out. The 86 I drove back before I left. Do you remember it? That hunk of crap. I let Eat have it. He's turned it into a real racing machine. You're always thinking about your friends, aren't you? This friend of yours isn't hiding something from us, is he? No. So about that fastest legend. Have you found him yet? That is why you left for Yokohama, wasn't it? Are we actually the chosen one? So it was just a bullshit excuse to skip honest. I get it. You couldn't handle being out here in the sticks. I had to pick up the pieces and be the leader after you ditched us. Oh. Unbelievably fast racers are out there in Yokohama. I need to race them. Bullshit. If you wanted out of Hakone, you could have just told us. You sure showed us how much you cared about your friends back then. Turnip profit. Yeah, that's pretty good. Hey, engine leveled up. Oh, is that another turbo? I think do I not already have that one? I thought I already had that one. Wait, I could save an entire 10 kilos with doors? That's almost more tempting than another turbo. Fuck it, yeah. Even so... My engine just leveled up, it still hasn't unlocked another slot? Fuck off! That actually took 14 kilos off the weight of the car for some reason. Anyway, look forward to me gripping the road even less well. Two demons had lined up on the starting line. The sound of their engines heralded the changing winds of destiny. It was a powerful sight that had rendered the crowd speechless. Is Icky going to die in this race? God, they look so slow. Oh, that was nice by Iki. Getting inside line out of that corner, but seeded the inside line. No, he's still got it. This is a compelling performance from Fujisawa. He's been out of the game. You've gotten faster. You're shining brighter than ever. I'm not the same man I was 2 years ago. So you spent all this time practicing. Must have gotten lonely out there. I have my friends, and you do too. Once you've mastered the sport, then you'll know what I mean. When I race, I can feel the presence of my opponent. Not their car, but the person they are. I'm never alone when I race. But how will you feel when there's no one left to overtake? Haven't thought that far ahead? You'll find out soon enough. Whatever, just lay off. Once that loneliness starts to sink in, that's when you finally made it to the top. Well, Iki won, so that's good. I get the feeling you aren't going to admit defeat. Not happy with how I race? I'm still pissed off at your lies and cowardice. But I'll admit it, you've gotten even faster than me. You're going to enter a realm of speed that even I can't reach. But that's okay. I'm going to keep continuing on my own path. The Yokohama GP is coming up. You'll be there, right? Yeah. Pardon me. Count on it. Pardon me? One last thing, Iki. Manabu has hopped back in the driver's seat recently. He said that he quit for good, but maybe he had a hunch that you'd come back. You should have a chat with him. He'll be here later tonight. Is that so? I have some questions for him. So the sleeping emperor has awoken. I love the like sports anime thing of when you can never tell whether they're literally talking about magic or it's figurative. You know? Is there actually a curse? Are these people actually wizards? Or is it just a way of talking about 8th Midnight? So we had 8th Night and now 8th Midnight. That's a funky looking car. I hate using anime as an adjective, but I kind of feel like it's the only way to talk about this. I spent the whole night in my car. The Crest Mountain air was starting to get chilly. A lot of thoughts are swimming around in my head. Kyoji's death. Makoto's death. The string of street racing accidents. The mystery behind Yokohama's fastest legend. It was too much to try and make sense of. We'd go stir crazy if we let it fester in our minds. Hakone had become a battlefield. And Iki had already claimed victory. I mean, I'll answer the question because it's not actually really a philosophical question that I'm thinking about. It's an aesthetic one. And the question is, am I going to be racing like a human racing driver at the end of this? Or am I going to be racing like the evil, malignant god of speed? You know, is the final boss going to be like a cloud of blackness or something? I'd need to race faster than ever before, or I'd never break free. I stayed behind in Hakone to meet with Manabu Oda, Iki's old mentor. Iki had also left a little gift for me at Tune Shop Windy. Apparently something from Hakone's master tuner, Kunitara Takahashi. Iki might just be buttering me up with a tasty worm at the end of a sharp hook. But I think I deserve a little extra bonus. I mean, yeah, it could well be that the final boss is going to be like that guy in the suit with the hair is going to get in a car. Where am I going? Is this not a location I can stop at? What the hell? Where can I stop? Tune shop windy. It's fucking windy. Whoa. The way he moved there. What's that? Looking for Hakone's famous tuner Kunitaro Takahashi? That'd be me, KT. Wait just a doggone minute. Iki sent you? You two are racing on the same team? Well, we can't chat until we've had a race. That's how things were done back in the old days. We'll race on Route 1, downhill. How's that sounding? Holy shit, okay. Also, I like his car. I want to steal his car's bodywork. His car's body looks sick. Like an old school Porsche. Love it. Also, he has 400 fucking horsepower. It is a Porsche. I might steal this body. Assuming I win the race. This looks like it's going to be a hard race. Not least because it's this course. This is the hard course. Oh, shit. Oh, too much steering. Too much steering, not enough speed. Go faster. Ah, this again. There is another corner. Sometimes you turn in and the car doesn't do anything at all. And it's not the car's fault. But it doesn't necessarily mean you can tell what you did wrong. Whoa, fuck me. Also, there's a reason why cars aren't traditionally... Why the steering in cars is not traditionally a thumbstick with half an inch of travel. The way this car starts off the line is comedy. Alright, you passed. Now we've shared the road, we have a special bond. I guess he's becoming vaguely Texan. I know just what you're capable of now. Now don't go taking this the wrong way, but come back later when Iki's with you. Bonk. Can I steal his car body and make my friggin... Oh, it looks so good. Oh my god, how much shit does his engine have on it? I probably need the fucking high comp. Also, those wheels are called Tarantula. I'm going to take the body this time. Oh, Jesus. Oh, hang on. Yes, that meant removing all my weight reduction. That's why the weight changed. for a sec. That's suddenly a hell of a lot of weight. That's not too bad. Ah, I love this shape of car body. Look at it. I might miss that rear spoiler though. I might miss that rear spoiler until I've unlocked the slots for it. Okay, that was the tune shop. Oh, the guys I spoke to down here somewhere said that Oda would be hanging out with them. Is that right? Is it down here? I think it was down here. Oops. Well, if it ain't Team BL, our homeboy from Yokohama. Consider it presented, doll. Something spoiler culture, something car spoiler. I can't believe Miharu lost to one of you. Wasn't Ikki even a drift dancer back in the day? I saw you back there. You're pretty fast yourself. Wish I could get to see you race against Ikki, though. You're racing in the Yokohama GP, right? Don't tell the other DD guys, but I'm rooting for you. What do you know about Manabu Oda and his yellow Evo 2000? Ever see it around? That thing's a speed demon. Manabu's the fastest cat around. They say it won't appear on the roads before 2 a.m. Look at that, it's 2 a.m. right now. You're racing Manabu? I gotta see this. The dude here is a legend. He came in with a 30 Type RS that was tuned for highway driving. But it didn't even matter. He beat the best racers on the mountain with it. Just 3 nights following a Crimson Moon, he became the legendary racer in Hakone. Since getting Evo 2000, he's gotten even better at Touge racing. Oh, sorry, it's Toge, isn't it? Toge is what we call racing on winding mountain roads. Okay, that's enough. It's not yet time for bedtime stories. Let's dance the night away. What are their unofficial races like, I wonder? Oh my fucking... You're not allowed to use the handbrake? Let's see how this goes. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I pressed cancel. I have done a no braking race on a course similar to this in this game before. Yep. Eternally caught out. Man, the car looks so different now. Whoops. Oh, this feels so good. Holy shit. This feels amazing. Oops. That didn't feel amazing. Just had 3 or 4 corners that just felt absolutely beautiful, though. It actually feels like it's handling like a Porsche. just got that back end slide that Porsche is supposed to have because they're rear engine. Yeah, the colour's really good, even if it's not the colour that it was on the other guy's car. Let's not watch the replay. Give me the prices. What do we got? Ooh, brakes. Nice. Of course, the zero braking races. If this is the same course, then I think I can do this without braking. Trying to make friends with the guardrails. Why is that the flavor text for this race? Why is in a game where the first fatal accident is a guy crashing into the guardrails? Why would you frame it that way? A little too much speed. Oops. That was a friendly guardrail at least. Oh shit, we're going that way. Ugh. No. Yeah, something about this weight for the car just feels right. Like, I turn in and there's just the right amount of drift naturally when the car's under turning load. Feels good. And somehow the grip always comes back before I hit the... what did I just get? I didn't see. It will be in here, so it might well have been the sticker. And I don't have space on this car for stickers. If it was a sticker, it would be... Nope. Was it suspension? I need to check out the brake I got as well. What was the brake I got? Oh no, it was a flywheel. Oh, it's a steering wheel for extra turning. I don't think I need that. And no flywheel, because all that stuff is more important than any change of flywheel would be for the engine. Okay. So I'm looking for a yellow car. I've seen orange. Oh! You know how I said I thought there'd be a scene with Yuko here? Whose car is that? This is the place where lovers go to look at the stars, of course. The stars are beautiful here. They look so much closer than they ever did in Yokohama. You and Ikki have been busy, huh? Weren't you going to head back by now? It'd be a shame to leave so soon. We never get a view like this in Yokohama. You know, back in the day, an old lady from the countryside told me a story. She said that the dirty city air kept people from being able to read each other's feelings. If I ever felt a pain in my heart, she was there to listen. Eat. Is there anything on your mind? You can tell me anything. Kyoji's accident was such a shock. How have you been dealing with it? I was the last one who ever spoke to him.
If only I could have done something differently. If something was fated to happen, we can't hold it against ourselves. Every little thing that happens, from babies laughing to losing a friend, it all happens for a reason. Kyoji's death, Makoto's death. You're telling me they were just inevitable? I don't think I can see things that way. I can't just sit on my ass and watch my life get torn apart by the tides of fate. I need control. Without agency over our lives, we're just puppets on strings. So let's take it back. In the newspaper last night, the curse of Yokohama's fastest legend. What do you know about it? It's a strange story. Nobody knows who set those records, or if he's still alive. The other drivers he raced with are either missing or dead. Then one day he just vanished without his trace, so they say. Okay, yeah, that's the bad guy. Nobody knows the details. It's a creepy rumor sewn together from hazy bits and pieces. That vague story is all that street racers have to cling to. The story has twisted and warped over the span of 10 years. But there must be someone out there who knows the dark truth. It's a curse that's been left to fester for 10 years. Maybe it's better left alone. If we could have avoided the temptation, maybe all of this would never have happened. You think there's someone left that has a connection to those events? That they're the source of the curse? Someone? Or something. It might not exactly be what we call a person. The construction in Bay Lagoon kept being halted by a series of unnatural accidents. Back then, the news terrified me. Some things in this world aren't meant for us to intrude on. Bay Lagoon has a dark and mysterious history. Anything could happen there. It was crazy, but her words were getting through to me. The warning signs were clear as day. Street racers were cursed. Something doesn't sit right. Icky's been acting suspicious these last few days. You must have noticed something. Try not to worry about him. I'll let you in on an itsy-bitsy secret. If Icky wins the Yokohama GP, he might actually go pro. OneTech is putting together a team of the world's absolute best drivers. There's been a lot of rumours recently about their D project. A dream team of Formula One racers. One day there was this black limo parked right outside Icky's apartment. Everyone was sure he was being scouted for the D project. But since it isn't a done deal, Icky doesn't like to talk about it. You know how he is. I'm trying to rationalise the things I'm hearing. To make sense of Yuka's wild and fantastical theories. But hell, she was right on the money. Yokohama's fastest legend. What's reared its ugly head must be buried once again. How to go about doing that? I had no idea. For the time being, we need to put the squeeze on Keisuke Ishikawa. He's probably only a pawn in a much greater scheme. But outside of him, we were lost. We weren't going to get to the bottom of this without some kind of plan. Who could we even turn to? It's like putting together a puzzle without knowing where the pieces are. Okay. Bye, Yuka. All of a sudden, I felt a wave of anxiety come over me. Like if I let her go now, I'd never see her again. Both Kenzo and Yuka, my mind was screaming at me that they were in trouble. This music is creepy as fuck. It can't be. It was the same sickening feeling I had felt before with Kyoji. And there's a yellow car. It was overpowering. Shit, not now. Manabu Oda just showed up in his yellow Evo 2000. What should I do? Oh, I don't know what to do. I will check a guide for that later. My meeting with Manabu will have to wait. I can't have any regrets. Those high beams. Oh, the Flash. He was taunting me. I think he was telling me that he'd wait there for me. So I left, passing him by. Through the window, I saw what could only be described as a driver possessed by a demon. His eyes held a dark abyss, together with a stare that had seen death. I barreled down the mountain at freefall speed. I didn't feel an ounce of fear as I slammed the accelerator. I just had to reach her. I couldn't handle the loss of another friend. Not ever again. Eat? Everything alright? You got here quick. These roads are all squiggly. You can't just rocket through them like you do back home. Are you alright? Nothing's wrong, is it? Eat, what's the matter? You don't seem okay. Eat, it's the drift dancers. I drove so fast to get here. It was the first time I've ever drifted. And I only scratched up the car a little. I showed those drift dancers what for. I think I deserve a medal for that. Kenzo, are you okay? You're not hurt? I was following right behind you. You were driving so unbelievably fast. I was trying to flash you with my high beams, but you just kept going. I was so caught up in the moment, I couldn't even tell. It was like nothing existed except the road ahead of me. What the heck does that mean? Look, the rest of us are leaving. Give the hot springs a try and then come home. I'll make sure Yuka gets to Yokohama safe. The drift dancers don't scare me anymore, so don't worry. Ikki and I still have some business here. Kenzo, take care of Yuka. Loud and clear. Yuka, let's mosey! That's a reference! Also, why is he blinking like that? Eat. Come home quick, okay? It was so strange. That terrible feeling I had earlier just vanished. S-P-E-E-D. Oh, that was pretty powerfully creepy, actually. Hey, you! Get out of the way! You're holding up traffic. I can't tell if you need a mechanic or a psychiatrist. Shove off or race me. Or I guess we just race her. Who is this lady with the flower in her hair? Why do I sense something of a trap here? Casually cruises through these corners at 190 kilometers an hour. Which is what, about 130, 140 miles an hour? Ah, shit. Need a little bit more handbrake on that one. But it's fine. Where's the finish line? I keep thinking that barrier marks the finish line, but it's tucked away around the corner out of sight. Hydration check. I like how I've got a chassis that's got 45 XP on it, and Anything here? What's that? Ooh, racing spec brakes. And really, what the fuck is this car? Those are definitely better than my current suspension. Like just a straight upgrade. Thanks for coming, Lex. I will see you at your stream shortly. What else can I put on this thing? Let's have some blue... Should I have some blue wheels? Let's have the yellow wheels. Blue car, yellow wheels. That's a look. Like those turn of the century Subarus that were all over rallying, and everybody bought them because they were all over rallying, and then apparently they were the lesbian car. Don't worry, doll. Your needs are never far from my mind. There's Manabu. There he is. Manabu Oda in his yellow Evo 2000. I've been waiting for this. I'm itching to race him. Let's go! Oh man, he's a yellow car with red wheels. That's also a good look. What the hell was I doing? I didn't care. I was worked up. Am I not actually going to race him? I felt like a starving hyena. And right in front of me, I had a juicy wildebeest with an exposed flank. His rims glow. The dormant emperor of Hakone, Ikki's old mentor, Manabu Oda. If I'm going to go in for the kill, now's the time. I was ready to take the stage. I deserve top billing. Did I even believe that? Maybe I needed more convincing. I had to try and strike out on my own. It was a matter of pride. That word had started to weigh heavily on me for the first time. That same weight was bearing down hard on the accelerator. Why do I not get to race this? My tires cried out in agony as I snaked up the pass. They really not letting me do this race? Oh, there we go. I guess we get cutscene then race this time. It's a little bit weird. I'm going uphill, I guess. So hard to get the car to slide there because the entry of the corner is a switchback. Oops. Too much. That was too much. That was better. Ah, that corner's so short over the crest. Misjudge it every time. No, let me finish the race! I can't believe this shit. He just had to show up. What? Icky squeezed his way into our race with his RS2000 Turbo. God, he was fast. Icky was always a red blur, growing ever more distant. I was winning by miles! I didn't measure up to him. But since our first race, that blur has started coming into focus. The ocean between us has begun to dry up. The mirage had revealed itself. Just a little bit more, I could reach out and grasp it. It's all I needed to sustain me. I didn't need prizes or adoration. Soon it would be mine. I was sure of it. Fucking Icky. I could have won that. Icky and all. It's been, what, 2 years? Where's the time go? I'm an old man now. Why'd you have to dig up this old fossil? You might be old, but age hasn't slowed you down one bit. How's Yokohama? Do you ever find the fastest legend? No, my friends keep dying. Try to get out while you still can. Forget Yokohama. Come back to Hakone and leave that nonsense behind. But it was you who taught me about Yokohama's fastest legend in the first place. And now it's already too late. Yeah, I might have done that. So tell me, what do you really know about the legend? There's no turning back for me. I can't get it out of my mind. I hear the voice. It's wormed its way inside my head and it won't stop whispering to me. Its horrible words keep echoing in my mind. You're pathetic. There never was a fastest legend. Just tell yourself that and you'll be fine. Forget I ever told you anything. But what about you, Manabu? Why'd you come back? You couldn't forget it either, could you? You're here for a reason, so stop pretending and tell me. Please, just tell me. The darkness in the mountains swelled into an abyss. And not a single one of us could find any words to speak. This is so cool, I love this. Fuck, this game's cool. That's what went down that night in Hakone. What are you loading now, video game? The drive home, I guess. What the hell is going on? My hands clench the wheel in a death grip. I'm trying to keep my tremors in check. Icky's taking point, leading us through the pass towards Tune Shop Windy. I heard him say it clear as day. I hear the voice. The voice? Could it be the same one Kyoji heard? Is this all I'm good for? Chasing Icky's taillights? Oh god, I'm useless. Icky. Why didn't you tell us? Have you been hearing it this whole time? Living in fear? Suffering in silence? No, that's bullshit. Hiding in fear, that's not Icky. He's been fighting alone against that formless voice. Tune Shop Windy. After speaking to Kunitaro, Icky spoke a few words to me, then disappeared into the night. It was only a scant few words, but they were so fantastical I could hardly believe them. Hey, sport, what's the matter? You must be a big deal if Icky thinks you're the bee's knees. Tell you what, I got a present for you in the garage. Come here and have a look. A gift from Icky. Sleeping in Wendy's garage was a GT spec racing machine for the Yokohama Grand Prix. It was like something out of a poster on Kenzo's bedroom wall. The right to drive this car was bequeathed to me from Icky. Icky was going to drive his RS in the GP. Said he had an attachment to it. That's all he said to me before jumping in his car and driving back to Yokohama. And that wasn't all. My own car was going to be overhauled at Windy as well. Why would he do this for me? That voice. The voice that brings death. When the Yokohama GP rolls around, who knows what it'll do? Is that why he's giving me this race car? He even put my car in the shop so I couldn't refuse it. Even to the end, he is fighting his own battle. I couldn't help but feel that way. Don't take my car away, I just got it looking pretty. He had this beautiful machine waiting for me here and he never bothered to tell us. All I could do was wait for the answers to these pressing questions. If I try to drive that home, I will die. Sorry to interrupt, but could I borrow you for a minute? Take a lap with me around the block. How's about we take the Zeta out for a little drive? Want to take her for a spin? Nah, she's my precious darling, so I'm only going to ask you once. Be gentle with her. That car had 10 years of wear on it. The steering wheel had marks all over it like there was a rich history imprinted on it. I'd found myself taking a nostalgic turn onto memory lane and was struck with a sudden case of déjà vu. Oh wait, so we're not driving the GT car, we're driving his car. Oh, this is sluggish by comparison. My goodness. So the question is, how will it drift? It's okay. It's weighty enough for the slides to carry it where the speed isn't there to really get it going. Where's the road go? It goes this way. And then back. So you're not setting any lap records on this one. Where are we going? Going this way. Whee! Needed another tip of the handbrake there. Jump so easy. Okay. Oh, too much. That was too much handbrake. One more corner. Sort of. Bonk. Are we going to be treated to dialogue over this? Presumably. Icky had already filled KT in on the happenings in Yokohama. Everything except how Icky had begun hearing the voice. I had to respect his choice. Whee! If Icky wasn't letting people know, I wouldn't either. That's what I told myself. It happened 10 years ago. When this Zeta and I, along with that bastard Manabu, were in our racing prime. There was this one outrageously tuned Zeta 3000 driven by Yokohama's fastest. You mean Yokohama's fastest legend? Bonk. That's the one. Him and that Zeta 3000 became a legend, one that's still told to this day. It had a pitch black body that blended into the darkness of night, with a horrible metallic sounding muffler. An unsettling aero kit. It looked almost as if it was some living beast. Diablo tune. They say that Zeta 3000 was possessed by a demon. They probably went too far off. Hydration check. Come on. Diablo tune? What? Those cars and the demons that drive them have this sickly black aura to them. A terrifying car. It was a Diablo Zeta 3000. Every racer who touched that black magic wound up dead in a freak accident. As if the Diablo Zeta 3000 had dragged them down with its dark powers. It must have raced with unimaginable speed. Icky showed me pictures of an accident. It was a Blue 7 that had driven into the ocean. Oh boy, here we go. Kyoji? Could it have been? That's right, I recognized that rotary engine. It was the same one his brother drove. That 7 had been Diablo tuned. It's been 10 years. But whoever's responsible for Diablo tuning those cars has hell to pay. "10 years ago? You make it sound like it's personal." We all have one or two things that we regret. Things that keep us up at night. Diablo tune is mine. It's a cold, dark memory that I've carried since my youth. Wait, did he invent Diablo tuning? I missed my chance to make a difference, and I can never forget that. Diablo tune. Sorry, I must have been talking your ear off. I'm letting you drive that GT racing machine. 10 years ago, I built it to take on those Diablo-tuned monsters. I was just a wee little upstart mechanic back then. A friend of mine had gotten into an accident with the Diablo Zeta 3000. Those Diablos have been a splinter in my mind ever since. If I win at the Yokohama GP, could I make a difference? I wonder. At the very least, a part of me can find rest if you make it to that podium. I never thought that Diablo tune would make a comeback. What I told you were just memories from long ago, but there's a real chance that there could be a Diablo tuned car in the Yokohama GP. Thanks for listening to this old man and his stories. That settles it. Bring home that trophy. It's just a dang old race. Win and you can call yourself a real ass racer. What the fuck? Oh, that's Icky's back that looks like some weird scarecrow. This is how they all prepare for a big race. Holding all those emotions inside you. And then blammo, let it explode all over the streets. Prune juice. What the fuck? I don't want you to leave any regrets behind. Put everything you got into it. And then come back here. Win, and I'll let you know the whole story. Fella, I'm sure you don't need a promise to me to get you to win tomorrow. I'm sure you made a promise to some pretty young Misty along those lines already. But don't forget about us over in this world. Once you start racing at the Grand Prix level, you'll start to see the other side of speed. If you're not careful, it'll whisk you away. It will call you with its voice and lure you into its unseen darkness. If you ever start hearing it, try to remember my warning. The people you shared a promise with will be waiting for you to earn that victory. They're the ones you can count on to always have your back. And I'll be here too, waiting. Okay, I think that'll do for tonight. I need to hit up a guide and figure out whether I did the right choices and whether I missed any parts and stuff. Before I decide whether to save here or not. Thanks for being here. I'm going to send you all over to Lexi. If she's gone live yet. There we go. She must be just starting. Is she there somewhere? Yep. Let's go raid Lexi.